See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scary route today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage. Not this is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop. I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition.
Clap, man. Oh man, it's the 50th. I need more. It's the 50th, man. Yeah. All the vibes here tonight. Oh my God, what a wonderful night so far. Thinking Outside the Box, TOTB show is celebrating a wonderful, illustrious 50 episodes tonight, man. We could not have done any of this without you guys. The people that's watching, the people that's sharing, the people that's commenting, our audience, our faithful followers from day one, man. Thank you guys for making this day possible. So many people don't have longevity like this platform, but you rock with us season after season, episode after episode. And where else you gonna come to for your latest and your greatest insight, dopest guests, right here with Thinking Outside the Box, man. Go follow us, TOTB_show on YouTube. TOTB_show on YouTube. TOTB the dopest on Facebook and IG. And look, on TikTok, man, TOTB 2020. We've been taking over all streaming platforms, over 1 million views.
Yeah.
Man. Such a blessing to be here. And once again, we couldn't have done it without y'all, man. So our lovely audience, to our followers, to everybody that's been rocking this year, it's time to get it in, man. We have something so heavy to talk about tonight.
Talk about all the people, man.
Oh my God.
Detroit, New York,
Cali.
like they all, I'm talking about supporting us, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for representing us, man. TOTB show. Y'all know the livest audience and the hottest podcast in the streets.
Indeed. So before we get started, man, like you said, we got a full house, man. If y'all are tuning in on wherever streaming platform you're on, man, welcome to Thinking Outside the Box, to our lovely audience, to our guests. Let's get it in, man. We had a wonderful show tonight, a showcase, man. Shout out to all the performers that was here. Ken Deuce that was here, the poet. Big hand clap for the bro. You know what I'm saying? We have the talented, the lovely Nanette perform for us tonight, man. Along with the man, super talented Jesse Parks in the building, man.
Oh yeah, good times, baby.
Came through and blessed us. We had some interesting comedy from Dr. J. Pretty interesting, so shout out to that good brother. And we capped off the night without any further ado, our very own Holy Grind, man, in the building. All right, so before we get to our guests, let me introduce the thinkers. Of course, if you watch us every episode, you know this guy always gets in trouble, man. Moolah Monster, man, what's up? Where can they find you?
Moolah Monster Collections, Instagram. Y'all check me out, and moolahmonster.com. Y'all check us out. Behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? All us, having fun, Y'all check us out.
Indeed, we're going to get to our guest in a minute, but Philosopher, B Scholar, man, what's up? Where can they find you?
Black Scholar, IG, and TikTok. Salute.
Champ is here.
There it is.
Champ is here.
Directly next to him, gospel artist, pastor, Holy Ground, man. Where can they find you, bro?
Brian Time.
Holy Ground, all social media platforms, as well as all streaming platforms for any music on latest and greatest. Holy Ground, get in tune, stay in tune, and of course, TOTB_show on YouTube.
That too.
There it is. Of course, I am Reggie Moving Forward. Just call me RMF. Reggie Moving Forward on all platforms. And with that, we are
Thinking Outside the Box.
50th episode, man. Let's get it. Of course, we had to bring in the big 50 with the homie. Man, this guy is all over social media for the good things, man. A person that's well known in the community, is always doing different things with, different venues, partying lifestyle. He does some work on media as well. Very knowledgeable brother. I'm guarantee you're going to like what he got to say. Let's welcome the homie, Ant Lindsey in the building, man.
Hey!
What's up, my dog, man? What can they find you, bro?
Man, I am who I am, man. Anthony Lindsey on all my platforms.
.com.
I'm who I am. Anthony Lindsey on Instagram, the Anthony Lindsey, Facebook, Anthony Lindsey, man.
There it is. Welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, look, like, I'm flattered to be here. Like, for me, it's an honor. You understand? Because
Appreciate that, bro.
like these two guys, like, we go back 40 years. We don't look like it, but we go back 45. I really want 45.
Shout out to the plug.
Hey, but we go back, and you know, it's a blessing to be here, man. It's a blessing for us to still be here because so many people not here.
Yep.
So many people leaving us. Some people never see the light of day again, man. But guess what? We all in this room right now.
Right.
On their 50th episode, you know what I'm saying? And it's a pleasure, man. They black, as you can see. We all black people, and it's like a pleasure, man. Black excellence. Put it up for me.
That's good, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
For sure that. All right. So we got a long, interesting show that you guys are going to get tuned in pretty soon. Of course, we're going to get in that bag, but it's time for us to talk, man.
Yeah.
All right? This is one of those shows where it's time for us to talk as people, as one, right? I know it's a lot going on in our community, you know, with the election and killing and, you know, a lot of media stuff. But this episode is for our people, you know. Our people in the audience know when I say our people, you know, people that's tuning in, wherever you're tuning in, I'm talking about our people. If it don't apply, let it fly. All right? Brian, what we talking about, man?
You know, I'm glad that you have stipulated that about us. You know, a lot of people didn't think we would be here today. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, you know, to be here with you brothers. And, you know, we want to address something today. It's you know, it's our 50th episode, and you know, we are selfless individuals. I mean, we're not selfish. It ain't just all about us. You know, today we want to highlight victims. You know, on today, and today's topic is simply, what if it was your child? What if it was your child? You know, you got a lot of stuff going on in this world. One of the things that really sparked this conversation was the incident that went on with a young brother, 21 years old, by the name of Javion Magee. This young man was from Bellwood, Illinois, which was right next to where a lot of us grew up at in Maywood, Illinois, right next door. And this young man was down in North Carolina, and they found him by a tree. You know, they found him by a tree with a rope around his neck. He was a young truck driver, never had any type of mental issues with dealing with, as far as he might be wanting to kill himself or anything. And they tried to immediately, they said it was a suicide. That's what they immediately said. We're going to dig into it today because there's a lot of things that's been revealed about that situation. But, you know, he's not the only individual. You think about the incident with Sonia Massey, you know, where a young woman, 36-year-old woman, was shot by police because she told him, she rebuked him in the name of Jesus. You know what I mean? She was shot. You thinking about you, Deshaun Tatum's, who we actually did a story on, one of our brothers who was shot down by the police. You got your Damian Camerons, Michael Corey Jenkins, and Eddie Parker, which was something else we're gonna dig into. Damian Cameron and Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins. They from a town down in Rankin County, Mississippi, and they was brutally attacked, and one of them was murdered by a police group they call themselves the Goon Squad. Now, 6 police officers, talking about this Goon Squad, 6 police officers went into a house, brutalized these men, Michael Jenkins, as well as Eddie Parker, beat them, sodomized them. You hear me? Beat them, sodomized them, shot one of them in the mouth. He survived. This happened in 2023. They were just sentenced about 5 months ago. They were sentenced, and we're going to get off into it because you got all this other stuff going on. You got this stuff about Puffy going on. You got the election going on. Mind you, a lot of this stuff happened while Kamala. I'm sorry.
Camel toe?
I'm biased. I'm sorry, but and I ain't vote for neither one of them. But while she was in office, and that's one of the reasons I ain't voting for her. While she was in office, she allowed this stuff to go on and ain't saying nothing about it. What you gonna do for us when you see what's happening to the people? Because now you claim you black. So I'm just saying, But we want to talk about this because while you got all this other stuff going on with this election, this stuff with Puffy, you know, you talk about Puffy. What about Cassie? You know, everybody want to talk about Puff and the machine after him, the people after him because he trying to get all his money from. What about his victims? And we want to get into that today. And Javion Magee was the one that sparked this to really like, we got to deal with this because while we so focused on the stupidity, we so focused on the entertainment part that we're not really speaking up or digging into what's going on with our people behind the scenes that's hurting us and hindering us, man. And that seems to be a big problem. It's like we blinded by entertainment. But what if it was your child? Would you want somebody to speak up? Would you want somebody to dig into it? If nothing else, even if you can't come down there and be boots on the ground, can you at least bring it to the attention of others on your platform that may not be aware of what's going on? So we're going to get into it today.
Whew. So as you can see, if you're just tuning in, man, welcome. 50th episode, TOTB. Coming with the fire, man, of course. You know, where I mentioned a lot of key points there, and of course, like I said to our lovely audience, the mic is open. This is the platform where our people can finally be heard on a lot of different issues. So, you know, mic is open for everybody to comment on this type of stuff. When we're talking about highlighting the victims, right? He named a bunch of people. You know, we talk about the stuff with Puffy and everything like that. I think a lot of this stuff is entertained by media and by people. Like we make the memes with Puffy and Cosby and Kelly, you know what I'm saying, for humor, right? This stuff that happened to the young lady who got shot by the police, you know, we make it trendy for a day or two, you know, but if something like R. Kelly or P. Diddy come, we push it to the back, you know. Ask the homie Ant. You in the community, bro. You know, you in our city, you know how it goes. What do you think about what's going on with our people when it comes to the victims that's not being talked about in our own community?
Well, me personally, when we speak about victims, we got to speak on two sides of it if we're going to speak about it. Like, when it comes to victims that put themselves in a position to be victimized.
Okay.
And then we have victims by chance. They didn't do anything, they just happened to be victimized by whether it was the police, the young man you're speaking about that they say hung himself. Those are people that was by chance. So we know we got to speak on two different levels.
I'm with that.
When we speak about, most people know about this Puffy case, but they don't know about that young man from Bellwood.
Yeah.
And the black community know all about Puffy. They want to crucify Puffy. Whether he, like I told people, like I'm a different type of breed. And I don't let social media dictate to me how I feel, how I think, and my thought process. And the media will portray something to be one thing, but they knew about it all along. You know, like even though we didn't bring up R. Kelly right now, I'm gonna bring up R. Kelly real quick. R. Kelly, I ain't gonna say we all seen the video, but a lot of people seen the videotape of him and a 14-year-old girl. A lot of people knew that he married Aaliyah. Like, you ain't cancel him then? You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw it. Like, people actually, if you didn't see it, you knew somebody who did see it. And they saw him with a 14-year-old girl. They knew he married Aaliyah. But after that, he went on to do I Believe I Can Fly. We was stepping in the name of love. He opened up at the Olympics. He represented the United States of America. And then you come around and now he did this, he did that. But what happened? Why we cancel him now? We didn't cancel him in 2000. But we want to cancel him in 2022 and send him to jail. Why we didn't send him to jail then? Why was he allowed to? Why we didn't cancel? Like people, you listen to R. Kelly? You did too. You know what I'm saying? And then when we speak about Puff was a dude in the music industry.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's in the music industry. And a lot of people's like, oh, he gave black people bad deals. But it's a business, man. And unfortunately, people don't want to hear the truth. Like, my job is to make money. I'm in the business to make money. I'm a record producer to make money, just like all the other white people that do what they do. But when it's Puffy, he's wrong. Like, if I get this man a contract and I say, I'm gonna make 90% of your money, we're gonna give you $500,000 up front for the next, and I need you to give me 7 albums, and you do it, and you sign it without having anybody to read it. Some people are like, well, but that's his job though. His job is to be a good producer. And your job, whether it's your parents' job, because a lot of everything I'm speaking about really starts at home, man. And that's where we don't put enough blame on the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you say, what if it was my child? Again, things that happen by chance, none of us has we can't control that. But my child would not be, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? We can't never say what will happen. My child wouldn't be in a situation where I have 2 sons, by the way. But if I had a daughter, my daughter never would have been with R. Kelly left in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 nieces. And I know R. Kelly. I know R. Kelly. I've been around R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And my nieces, they was going to Howard and they was in charge of the newspapers. And they wanted to do a story on Rob. And I let them meet him or whatever. And then he was like, just give him my number. I'm like, shit. I'm like, and they were mad at me. They were so mad at me, right? And he's like, Ant. I was like, no, not my nieces. You know what I'm saying? And when I say this, they'll be like, why not your nieces? I don't know, like everything that's true or not true. But guess what? I'm not gonna still put my nieces in a position if it's even a possibility. And when all this stuff came out on them or whatever, they called me. And it's like, they apologized to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, meaning it starts with us, man. Whether it's the mothers, the uncles, the aunties, the mentors. Why was these kids in a position to be with grown men? What was your parent? How could you be 15 years old and your mother not know where you at? You know what I'm saying? Your father not know where you at. Or you in the big, oh yeah, I want my kid to sing. I want my kid to make it. And I'm just gonna give my son to you. I got a son, I got my son right here, y'all. And I don't put him in that light just because I've seen a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't worth it. You know, go get your money some other way, man. But you're gonna sell your kids out. So a lot of times people don't talk about the parents, man. We gotta talk about these parents. Accountability with these parents, man. Yeah. P. Diddy in jail, R. Kelly in jail, but no parents in jail, no accessories in jail. They millionaires and billionaires. They not doing this work. Somebody else is doing this work. Where they at? Where the parents at?
So I'm glad that you brought that up because that's really what it's about. It's about accountability. You know, when it comes to those that's put in a situation, we as a people, whether it's our children, whether it's our nephews, nieces, cousins, whatever, and we see stuff like that, we can't be so blinded by entertainment, money, and jewelry and greed that we allow them to be put in those situations. As for those that happen by chance, where does accountability come in at? As a people, you know what I mean? We got to come together. It used to be when I used to always hear it takes a community to raise a child. A village to raise a child. You don't hear that no more because don't nobody want you telling you how to raise their kids. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to take no solid advice, no godly advice. They don't care because people too proudful to admit that I may have messed up. You know what I mean? So, but that's what they got to get back to, especially when you're dealing with somebody like Javion Magee, 21-year-old young man. Like, you know, one person I want to talk about, Richard Taylor with Taylor House Production. He's a guy down in North Carolina, and he was actually covering it. And I thank him so much, man, because when I heard the thing about the Javion Magee case, he actually was down there and he went on the scene to show some things, right? And I'm gonna share some things with y'all. I want y'all opinion on this as well. You know, when he showed this, when he went down there, he talked to the man that found the young man, which was a black man. Now the town predominantly black, 75%. You got some people down there believe, well, I don't believe that somebody would do something like that down here, knowing how we as black people would turn up. And because we majority black. Well, I don't agree with that because the plantation was 90% black. And you know what I'm saying? 99% black. And they still was doing stuff. So, you know, plus, and when you look at the details, now what I don't believe that he was hung on that tree. but I do know that somebody did something, whether they hung him or dragged him with the rope, because the guy that actually found him was showing strands of the blue rope that was scattered across the field, which means somebody had to drag that rope through the field. And then they say the boy was found. Now the sheriff there was black, right? And the sheriff said it was not a hanging here. Now I don't agree with that he said he was committed suicide, because he didn't. Now when he said don't jump to conclusions, when you look at the tree, nah, he wasn't hung there. They laid him at the tree. He was on his butt and the rope was around his neck. They never said the rope was even tied to the tree. But when you look at it, you could tell he couldn't have hung himself, because his butt, he wouldn't have been sitting on the ground if he hung himself. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, his neck was broke. He ain't broke his own neck. You know what I mean? So that means it was foul play. So this is the reason why we hold people like your watch this, why we hold your Puffies and your R. Kellys and them accountable for the stuff they do, is because if it was predominantly black, if it wasn't a white man, then it was a black man that did it, in my opinion. And this was a town they say that was known for drug dealing, robbing people. He was a young truck driver, easy to be victimized by somebody in the town. We don't know who it was that did it, but what we do know is by the evidence, it was foul play. And that's my thing. Why you hear a lot of people, this man Richard Taylor was interviewing, and a lot of people was like, the police will know if they just investigate. It's like they kind of, in a sense, they know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Whoever did it, they kind of know, and they like, if they really dig, they gonna find out. And that would be like, what if it was your child? You know what I'm saying? Would you want somebody boots on the ground there trying to help you? Would you want somebody talking about it? Would you be bringing light to this and doing anything to bring comfort to the family, whether it's a phone call or showing your support or sharing it? But everybody sharing Puffy. Everybody sharing Kamala and Trump. Everybody sharing Trump getting assassinated or fake assassinated, whatever it is. But ain't nobody sharing this stuff.
Let me get this guy, Scott. Scott, what you got, Scott?
Like,
Let me just jump. The reason why I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna lean with you a little bit, like we can't control this, but black people die every day.
every day.
Every day somebody gonna die. Every day we gonna know somebody that gonna kill somebody. We know killers. We know people that's sitting there that's gonna do the time. We don't even sensationalize that. We gonna welcome them. We gonna greet them. We gonna hug them.
Yep.
So you say why Puffy think? Because Puffy is rare. They trying to figure out why would he have money and the ability to escape all this, and he still suffer from this madness. That's why Puffy is different than Javion, right? I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. No disrespect against him. And it's unfortunate what happened to him. But we want a victim. We want to blame somebody. That's what we're talking about, the hanging, and we got to find the bad guy, right? But he lived with us.
He around us.
He in our neighborhood.
That's right.
All right.
He our friends. He our family. And so we want other communities to love us more than ourselves. We don't love each other like that. We accept each other fallacies. We accept predators, rapists. We talking about R. Kelly. He a predator.
Yes.
Long as it ain't my niece. He a scavenger. Long as it ain't my niece.
I'm gonna listen to his music
All day long.
as long as it ain't my
He better not talk to my sister. You understand what I'm saying? He like touching on boys, but he cool though.
So wait.
I'm in.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna
in until we start getting morals and start saying, hey, they not our kind. We love you, but he don't do what we do.
Right.
Stay over there.
He stay over there.
Right.
Until we start pushing the line.
That's what I was finna ask you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we push the line and we make the line public, then, only then, will people take what we say seriously. But until then, another man will die.
So I got a question for you. I'm glad because I want to add on to the accountability part. So because it do lie with us not only to be ones to spread the news about what's going on in our community to what we seem to be blind about, but also you saying there's accountability on our part when we know people, whether they are a pedophile or whether they in the streets killing, we need to be the ones to ostracize them.
Or if they are deadbeat daddy.
We need to be the ones to ostracize.
Put them to the
them.
side.
We need to be the ones to do that.
Yeah.
Amen. That's why I was at. That's why I was gonna ask you, bro. That's it.
My thing is, I need a two-part.
Go ahead, you got the flow.
The first one is like, we go back to the hanging situation, right? In a town that's what, 70% black.
Said they say it's like about 75% black.
Sometimes we gotta ask ourselves because we gotta think outside the box, right?
Shout out.
If I'm a black man and I kill you, if I put a rope around your neck and throw you on the tree, what everybody gonna talk about?
Why
They gonna just
Oh, it's a hanging.
It's a hanging. Lynching. White people.
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, and we up in the uproar about it.
Yeah.
We're talking about it without any evidence.
Say it, bro.
Without any evidence, we willing to jump on this and just go.
Make it a race thing.
And that's what they be wanting. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's really what they be wanting. Because if I killed a nigga and put a rope on his neck, now y'all talk, oh yeah, let's get the white people, let's do this, let's do that. But it was me. And the white people do the same thing. They do it back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just like in Chicago. You got white people that's around here killing brothers, but they claim it's all these black people that's doing it.
And then on the other side, when we talking about let's ostracize R. Kelly, let's ostracize P. Diddy, right? But y'all still shop at Walmart. Y'all still shop at
said that
Target.
before, bro.
But we always want to stop our people, stop listening to his music, but you go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? They support the Klan. Target, all that. Well, all y'all spend all y'all money at, you know what I'm saying? We go hard on our people, man. Excuse me. But at the same token, like, if you want to stand up and say, like how you said, you know what I'm saying? If it belongs in my needs, but how many, just Google it. Google who supports the Ku Klux Klan and other white supremacist groups. It's going to be y'all favorite places, Starbucks. But y'all still drinking Starbucks. Y'all still drink Starbucks, but I can't listen to Bump and Grind.
Right.
Or I'm gonna get looked at funny. You know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't my needs. But your aunties, your uncles, and you drinking at Starbucks. Google what Starbucks do and who they support. Like whether it's apartheid, whether it's these people send checks to white supremacist groups, Walmart, Target, all of them. Google the Waltons, all that. Let's unpeel all the onions and start crying.
Yeah.
We just can't unpeel the onions on our people. We always want to go, and I'm that person on social media, sometimes they be like, oh, you defending? No, I'm not defending them. You know what I'm saying? But right now, on the Epstein list, y'all never got that list.
Yeah.
Y'all never got that real list, but y'all ain't going hard on it like y'all going hard on Puffy. It's not that I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, excuse Puffy or R. Kelly, but I'm just trying to say, why do we got to execute our people unlike the other people?
Yeah.
Well, let
me jump in for 2 seconds, bro. I'm gonna let you drive. Just give me 2 seconds. You are correct, right? But remember I was telling you before, we be fighting wars on different playing fields right there, right? The white man's supposed to mistreat as if this is his goal. It's a team sport. He supposed to look after his team. When they had freed the slaves, I know you're a student of history, they said, why are we gonna send them back? And they don't own no stores, and they don't own no businesses. They could be our clients. They could purchase our goods. They separated the hatred for us and replaced it with the money that they would gain from us. And it was successful because they could dislike us and still take our money.
Yeah.
So they understand how to do two things at the same time, right? All I'm simply saying is, I like his music too. I might listen to it too from time to time. I ain't saying none of that. What I'm saying is, we got to first get home in order before we go off the war, right?
Yes, indeed.
Let's clean up the chair that started home.
Yes, indeed.
Let's fix this house, right? I don't want to keep talking about he did this, he did that. Let's deal with the predators. Let's have the righteous ones, man. Put the young people in line. Let's deal with home. And then once home in order, then we go figure out what our next assignment is.
Yeah.
This is why I'm simply saying, don't confuse the two.
But you got to pick a side.
You got to pick a side.
You got to pick a side. you can't say I'm bumping Grind all day long, but you're gonna be saying like, oh, this person's the victim, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why this? Why that? You know what I'm saying? You gotta choose a side. You know what I'm saying? You can't play both, and that's what people do. They play both sides of the fence, and they gotta learn how to stop that and play one side. If you're gonna do this way, go that way. It's okay. But if you're gonna go this way, be 10 toes in.
But everything ain't gotta be black and white too, though. Because like what I'm saying is you can look at a situation, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Puffy, is he wrong? Of course he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But again, when I speak back about with R. Kelly going back to 2000, y'all been knowing Puff been doing this.
Yeah.
Everybody been knowing Puff been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Why is it a big deal in 2024, but it wasn't a big deal in 2006?
Because now we know he got thousands of baby oil.
And hold on. So wait.
I got rid of all my baby oil.
Now we know that.
But look,
We didn't know that back then.
But I told somebody else on social media when they said, why he got 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
That's a good question.
And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. A lot of people who got a comment on it, y'all 100 there. He's a billionaire. He buy shit differently than motherfuckers who go to Costco. He don't go to, he buy fucking Costco. You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck he ever want to go to the store ever again? He go to the store one motherfucking time. When you're a billionaire, you shop different than 100.
I got to push back. Why you just send somebody to the damn store?
But
Why I got to keep the 1,000 bottles of baby oil and he couldn't send nobody to the store?
Because I never want to need that shit.
But let me say that.
When you got money like that, it's a whole, like, people got to understand. A billionaire and a hundredaire are two different fucking people.
Right, but let me say this. Hold on, man. Hold on. Okay. But let me. Okay.
Billionaire different though. They shop different.
Okay.
But outside,
you got a kid too.
But outside of that, look. Outside of the reason is more attacked now because it's on the forefront. It's proof now.
Because they want you to do that.
No. It's proof now. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. That go back to what Scott was saying. It starts with you in your own community. When you got a person. Hold on. Let me finish.
They want us to
Wait,
keep holding us accountable. No, we gotta hold everybody accountable.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't hold everybody accountable, but to my own is different, man. When if I know you out here and you my friend and I know you a rapist. You my friend. See what I'm saying? No. This what he mean. It starts here. If I know you out here killing people, putting people in the dirt, come on now, we mature, we beyond that. We ain't kids no more. You know what I'm saying? It's time out for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We trying to live and live good and help and prosper. If this what we claiming we about, then if we know you out here putting in work, listen, I can't be around you. I don't condone what you doing. It start here.
Yeah,
so that's what they mean by you got to deal with in-house first.
You in a hotel and you kicking up.
All that, no.
We can't condone that.
We can't condone that. We gotta put. And let me put out a quick disclaimer though. You know, when we talking about this, like this case with Javion Magee, you know, and you talked about it could have been a brother that did it. We want everybody to know from Henderson, North Carolina, or anybody else watching this, we not saying it wasn't a white person that did this to him. We just saying that we must open our eyes up to the fact that we got our own that's killing our own. And that goes back to the accountability. That just means the pressure needs to be more on Henderson County Police to find out exactly what happened. Don't call it a suicide just because you're afraid of the publicity, the bad publicity that's gonna come behind it. Whoever killed him, y'all need to be doing everything in y'all power to try to find out who murdered this young man. Now y'all say, how you know it wasn't, man, he did not kill himself. Not in the evidence that's portrayed, he did not kill himself, not based upon that evidence. Now, as far as like you said, we don't know who did it, whether it was white or black. This is one of the things where it starts. What if it was your child? And if it was your child, you would want to get to the bottom line. Not only that, you would want to do stuff and proactive to try to stop this stuff from keep happening to us. Being proactive means we got to bring this stuff to the forefront, whether it's them killing us or whether it's us killing us. And the first thing you could do to be proactive about us killing us is to deal with those that you know that's doing stuff to your own people.
I got a question for everybody in here. Raise your hand if you know somebody who's been killed.
Oh, yeah,
all right. Raise your hand if the people you know was killed by a white person. See that? One person. You feel what I'm saying? All the people we know that's been killed. Mm-hmm. Look at it. Nobody raised their hand but you, bro. You probably talking about one person.
You was talking about the Javion thing?
No, okay. I know a couple people personally that was killed by white police.
A couple? Right, police. Okay, but I'm saying. So did the police go to jail?
No.
So no, I'm just saying. So technically, that was in the line of duty type stuff. We talking about people that were just randomly.
But this wasn't. Killed. But I ain't just talking about in the line of duty. It was they killed them.
Okay, but all right, we just go. We gonna take your 0.0001%. You understand? But look what I just did when I said how many people been killed. Everybody in this room raised their hand. When I said how many people, were they killed by a white person? Nobody raised their hand but you. So what I'm trying to say is this: when we keep talking about that accountability shit, the accountability, like we keep holding Puffy accountable. Hold that motherfucker, like you said. Right next.
That's what we talking about. That's where it started. That's where it started.
That's where it started.
And that's what Scholar was saying. It start here. You got to hold the one next to you accountable first. Yeah. Your brother, your cousins, your nephews is out there doing it. Your sons is out there doing it. Because you got a lot of mothers that claim when their son get killed, oh, he was an angel and all this and that. But your son got 19 bodies on him. You know what I'm saying? It start with us. But in the same token, you do got to hold those accountable who have influence over those, because some of these boys that we know that's out here putting in work, a lot of them, what they doing, they listening to the entertainers that's talking about doing it.
That? Again,
it's still, yeah.
My son, like I said, my son right here, he not going to listen to no Jay-Z, Eminem. He like music, you understand? But he not going to listen to any of them over his father.
Over his father.
I'm a part of his life. So again, when you say, hold up, we can't hold no entertainer accountable for nothing that your kids do. That's on you, the mother and the father, period.
But okay,
now it should your kids should never reach up to a Puffy. If your kids look up to an entertainer more than they look up to you, or an entertainer can influence your kid more than you did, you done fucked up somewhere as a parent. Yeah. Whether you want to admit that shit or not. But you done fucked up somewhere as a parent.
Hold on.
But I don't want to take it out of context though.
Let me
right. Go ahead.
Redirect everybody. We here at TOTB 50th episode, man. Y'all know when we have these type of shows, these are the shows that we love to have because of the intimacy of the dialogue that we're talking about, right? So continue to come in with your views on this. You hear what the thinkers got to say. You hear what our lovely guests got to say about it. Lovely guests, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said lovely there.
You used to us having women guests. You just used to us having women guests.
Yeah.
You got somebody. No, so you got somebody at the moment.
Yeah. How you doing? You have something to say?
Yes. I just had a quick question. So I was thinking about this when y'all talking about accountability. I was thinking about like, what are the keys to create accountability for our culture?
Sure.
Like hold us accountable for as a culture. Like
I like that. What you got, Jeff?
Yeah.
Let's let our guests jump in.
Hey, I'm just trying to give somebody else a chance.
Moolah. Damn. What you got, Moolah?
Hey, Moolah,
Giving you a chance to say something now.
Gee.
Ain't gonna tell you.
She said, what's the keys?
The key is the truth. And that's what I really believe. The key is the truth. You know, like for instance, like me, I've grown. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't always a staple of my community. You know what I'm saying? I was responsible for helping tear down my community. So therefore, in the words of my man in the back, T-Mac, you know what I'm saying? We responsible. We responsible for building up what we helped tear down. And that's what, when we talk about accountability, sometimes like Michael Jackson, you gotta start with the man in the mirror. What can you do? Hold yourself accountable. You know if you're not out here doing anything, like, it's up to me. I coach my son in football. I coach my son in basketball team, you understand? And I got a 13 positive non-for-profit organization because I took so much from the community, I could never give back to what the damage that I caused or what I played a part in, selling rocks, buying little kids Christmas gifts, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come to me for 2 rocks, they give me all their kids Christmas gifts, and I buy it and give it all to my kid happy, but I just broke somebody else's heart. I was responsible for that. And at first I used to want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, I ain't gonna do that. And then you next to me, and then you get it, like, damn, I could get all that. And then I'll be like, well, and I start justifying it with, well, if I don't do it, somebody's gonna do it. That was my justification for it. But I was wrong. And guess what? Whenever you wrong, yeah, you're supposed to prove the rest of your life proving yourself right. So I could never give back to my community for what I took from it. And so that's where it starts back, giving back to your community what you took from your community. And if you never took nothing from your community, I'm just speaking on the men, because we men up here. No disrespect to nobody else, but as a man, you might not even have no kids, but still your responsibility to be a mentor. You might, your sister might have a baby dad who not shit. It's your responsibility to be, you gotta step up. Nope, you went there to get her pregnant. Nope, you told her don't mess with that dude, but guess what? That kid here now. So yeah, you know he don't have a daddy. So yeah, it's your responsibility to be a male figure in his life. It's just what it is. Whether it's mentoring your neighborhood, you got to get back, and that's what I feel when it starts giving back.
That's what we do. Like we like examples. Like we didn't all do rocks at the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Right? Mm-hmm. Bricks. You know what I'm saying? So we do OI community. We do, you know what I'm saying, try to do things that's better for our community. That's why we started the foundation, Survival Pack Foundation. That's why we gear to, mental health. We trying to show love and give back to the community, whereas we did steal a lot of hopes and dreams away from people. Let's keep them running, and we learn from our mistakes, and we try to do better as men. We black men. Y'all know we don't be here too long. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. So we try to do the best we can. That's why we try to do it in a hurry. That's why we so fast. That's why we move around so much. Y'all try to keep us down. We trying to move around. You know what I'm saying? That's because we trying to make a skull.
So the kid starts with you.
It starts with us because we all got kids, and we the examples for them. So and the community, we example for the community.
And sometimes these kids want to just say the truth. Like my son right here, young. I have a 33-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. With my 33-year-old, he know everything I did. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to hide it from him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
keep going.
My youngest son, it's not his time yet. But my oldest son know everything wrong not everything, but enough. Because I don't try to hide it from him because, and I tell other kids when I speak at places, I let them know, yes, I used to sell drugs. Yes, I used to be a womanizer. Yes, I used to try to scam people. Yes, I did everything for the dollar. I love the dollar and I love the streets. They had me in a motherfucking chokehold. I ain't never paid for it. No problem. Hey, I was too cocky for that.
Shout out to the plug.
But you know what I'm saying? I did all those wrong things. And when these little kids can look at me and see that I did all those wrong things, but then they be like, man, this dude coach football. Like, I just took last week or 2 weeks ago, 30 kids to the Northwestern football game, college football game. I never went to a college football game as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I took them there so they can see it. And they saw it, so they could believe it. Sometimes you got to see it so you can believe it. So, like I said, I could never give back. Totally, but I do what I can do.
What you got, sweetheart?
Okay, I don't have a question. I really have a statement on this topic because me and my best friend talk about this daily. Number one, we have an infatuation with celebrity worship among our people.
Yes.
When we finally make it, we give exceptions.
Yep.
When it's a human experience. Your title should never be above God or anybody else.
There it is.
Because you're still human. And without that title, if right is right, wrong is wrong. And a lot of times because, they made it, they're trying to crucify another black man. No, that black man is trying to do what white people do. And we got to learn we can't do what they do. We're not like them. And by the way, those white people are singing that. They're not like us. Every time we make $1 billion or $1 million, we still not like them. They still don't see us like that. We still another nigga to them. Yeah. And until we learn that and we really hold ourselves accountable and really set the foundation that our black men are the leaders, we'll never get where we want to be. Because I remember my deacon at church saying we were better off when we was enslaved. We was better off. We was better off when they had our mind.
Hey, what do you want?
But no, and when I was like, when I was young, I was like, dang, really, deep? Like you talking like that, but really looking at us, look how far we strayed from how we had each other's back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. We don't have each other back now. Oh, she got a better weave than me. I don't like that broad. Oh, she got the man I want. I don't like her. Oh, this dude got the car I'm driving. I don't like him. And we are the most gangster people on the earth, and we don't even know our value. We don't even know where we come from. We don't know that we dope in real life, and everybody's imitating us and still can't be us. We're often imitated and never duplicated.
Never.
We are the people with the best hair, with the other styles, and we don't even realize our value, but they do. And we still don't see it. I had a friend right now, he's a Virgo season. His sister got killed. Listen to this. What if it was my child, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a mother of 6 who got shot in the head just turning the corner at McDonald's on 5th Avenue in Gary, who her child had to hear that. Get her shot in the head, and she was a pillar in the community. Because it's one of us. Stray bullet. PK, pastor's kid, with 6 children. And her child had to hear that on the phone. Not as what if it's my child, what's my mama? What if it's my sibling? This cat, I just thought about him. I said, man, he was on my mind. I reached out to him. I said, how you doing? And the next day, he said he's planning for his party to turn 40, and his sister get killed a couple days before his birthday. That's not how you want to bring in nothing. When are we going to hold each other accountable and stop the madness? When are we going to tell people, no, you don't have to be drunk and high every day? We're way more intelligent than that. No, you don't have to be the next video vixen. Why don't you be a doctor? Why don't you be in law enforcement? Why don't you be in law? But we're too busy trying to be famous in other ways versus knowing that we are already great and we're already special and God already set us apart without taking off clothes, sweetheart. Do we know about a Sarah Barton who was paraded around the country by white men because of her figure? Do we know about those? These kids don't know about that. These kids don't know about it. Like, it's real human experience out here, and we keep selling ourselves short to dance with white people. And we don't want to hold ourselves accountable. When are we going to have real discussions on real platforms about what's really going on out here? I'm tired of being Gary the myrtle capital when we got a way elusive history past that. We had a Frank Sinatra in our town. We had we had history. Chicago has history.
Yeah.
And it's by Black people. We built this country.
Yeah.
Period. We built this country because slave owners were too lazy to even do anything for themselves. And we keep letting them short us every time. And we're in 2024 and still amazed. And we're still getting first. Why are we still getting first in 2024?
I never celebrate that. And people sometimes, I never celebrate when somebody say, like, everybody first black. In 2024, I'm not celebrating first black to do anything.
We've been the first.
Because it's a travesty more than a celebration to me. But a point that you made, and I never want to, I hate, it's just like, I don't like when people say this. We gotta learn that we can't do what they do. I'm never learning that because
Me either.
I'm a king. We can't be a king.
That's right.
In one token, we a king,
right.
and then we gotta learn.
Right. Play victim.
We can't.
No.
Fuck them. Hold on. You was long-winded.
I'm with
let me go with it. What I'm saying is
I'm
this.
with you, bro.
What I'm saying is this. We gotta learn. In my opinion, we ain't gotta learn nothing because, like she said, we built this country.
Right.
Everybody trying to be us. So then, why do I gotta learn if? I don't even know how it go, but it's old. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe.
But let me say this. Hold on. But let me say this, right? And I want to put that in perspective because you said some key things. And the question before then was, what are some of the key things that help us deal with the things that's hindering us as a culture, right? And what are some of the key things that we can do? First and foremost, we need to put God back into the picture. And when you talk about we can't do what they do, we talking about it based upon according to your morals and what God expects of us as a people. Too much is given, much is required. You know what I mean? So we can't do things according to what they do. We wonder why we go through so much here. Hell, why are so many of us killing each other? Why are so many of us getting killed? Well, we got out of line. We the ones, it was our people who was in covenant with God. And when we chose to do stuff outside of the will of God or the way God said, that's why we steady go through. That's why most of our people steady going through the demise and we dealing with what we dealing with. We keep asking the question, why, and ain't nothing changing. Okay, he trying. He revived his life and he trying to do something different. I revived my life. I'm trying to do something different. We got 1,000 people marching, 1 million people marching, 2 million people marching. Why is this still happening to us? Because the majority of us have still got out of line and we think that we can do things contrary to the word of God. like the other races do when we can't. We are the ones that covenant with him, and we ought to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and that is the morals of God. So that's first. The second is the accountability. We have to be accountable and understand that it does start with us. When you say, yeah, everybody mimic everything that we do, the Bible talk about that. That's why I say it start with God. He say the scepter should not depart out of the hand of Judah, meaning that's we the ones that lead. Everything we do, they follow what we do. I don't care if you go to Tokyo or if you go to Paris. Everybody want to be like black people. Everybody want to absorb our culture. So that means that people going to follow what we do. If we would start living right, stop promoting promiscuity, drugs, sex, and just filth and riches, then maybe other people will follow godliness and goodness too, if that's what we promote as a people who carry that scepter. The other thing is self-discipline. You got to discipline yourself. Discipline yourself not to be the one to be out here doing this stuff, this terrorizing your community, and also not partnering with other people that choose to live a bad life that's disrupting your community. And the other thing, and the last thing I want to say is charity. You got to love, you got to give back. You know what I'm saying? What you did, that's an honorable thing. It does start at home. Same thing, we got a lot of things in common. I coach my kids. Coach myself, I got one of their coaches here today. Another man of God who we strong on teaching kids the right way. You got T-Mac, he giving back to the streets, showing these people a message to the streets to show these young youth that you could try another way. This ain't the way. I can show you and show you proof that this is what you're going to get if you choose this. But let me show you another way to be productive in your community. So it starts with charity. So it starts with God, accountability, self-discipline, and love. And if you will put those 4 keys into the ignition, watch how this thing take off.
All right. And can I add one more thing? Can I add one more thing before I sit down? Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
I was a part of insurance for 5 years, and a gentleman came up to me. He was one of the few black people in the company. We had a lot of black people, Hispanic, right? No matter where they come from, they band together. And the dude said, you know what? We could be just as powerful if we just poured into each other the way they pour into each other. He said, because we could take this thing over. He said, they don't question each other. I literally, and this is me being a trainer, I trained over thousands of people. And literally, we would question each other about money. How can you tell me about money? It's too good to be true. You can't be a millionaire. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what are you affirming for your life? What are you calling into your life? What are the words you speak? Words have power. And who are you associating with that will pour into you? Because our grandparents and parents were told they can't, but we're told we can. And by the way, they need us to tell them they can too. But we don't want to do that because we can't sacrifice a good time sometimes.
But we too busy in competition.
We in competition.
But you know where that come from? You know where that come from? That go back to that statement you said. That's one thing I disagree with you. What you said. When whoever told you that we was better off in slavery, they lied. Because slavery is the reason why we are jealous towards each other. Slavery is the reason why you got so many of us killing each other. Slavery is the reason why the black woman think the black man ain't the king that he is. So you got to be careful about that stuff as well.
Hey, hold on, let me just drive for 2 seconds. I look my mind wired differently though. The reason why the statement was made that we was better in slavery, it wasn't about the physical, it was about the mental. Because half of us want to be told what to do. We waiting on instructions. Slave don't have to think. We were better off being instructed. Right? Slave, I got things, just go dig. You know what I mean? Go pick. Right? The math, and God ain't never left us. The reason why we here. But we have strayed away from the Bible. But let's put things in real context. Before we even want to call on God, we don't even think about him until we ran out of options.
That's crazy, indeed.
I'm just going to tell you the truth.
Yep, and that's what I'm talking
about. You know, I'm talking about before we start calling on Jesus, boy, we was calling on the Piper. Where they at? I jumped off the porch. Where they at, boy? Shit. I want to get out here. I want to be around the people that be around the people. But there wasn't no men there to tell me when winter come. See, we in winter now. Everybody concerned about because we in winter. Ain't no food, ain't no shelter. We in the winter of our lives where we ain't got no more time to spare. People done survive near-death life treatments and stuff. Double type of, so everything important though. But when you young, You know, listen, the military got the best structure in the world. They don't send old men to war. They come get them when they're young. But where the young people at? We always want to listen to the people when they're old, when we can't cut up no more. We can't do what we do no more. We in the winter of our lives, yo. But I couldn't talk to you when you was 20.
Oh.
We weren't talking about Jesus when we was 19. Yes, he's still there. I'm not pushing against what you're saying, but the church done failed us. We never want to tap on that. They Hollywood too.
And I want to say,
last thing, I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. 60 seconds, and I know I'm always driving. When I was a kid, and I don't care what nobody said, me and him always talk about, was a pastor, Reverend Sykes.
my man.
I knew he was in the community. I had know nothing else about him, right? But I knew he had Halloween parties from when we was kids. I knew that church was right there, right? Like I had to know nothing about it, but everybody knew that was the Reverend over there at Second Baptist. Where they at now? Who? We got like 60, 70. We got more churches than the liquor stores. And then, but we gonna debate. We got more religion than school.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to touch on. Like a lot of times we be like, God. Maybe God be like, what you want? I gave y'all everything. Like we can't keep calling on God. What are we calling on God to do right now? You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta follow God. But what are we calling? God he done gave us a lot. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, God be like, what? Use what I gave you. You know what I'm saying? Use what I gave you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times people, like, I don't believe in marches. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm marching and I went out there, I marched because you killed. They know they killed Sandra Bland.
Yeah.
So I gotta go out there and march and you killed her. What is that gonna do? Like, I don't, like a lot of times, I stopped voting when my grandmother died. I'm gonna keep it real. I used to always vote like for the presidency because my grandmother grew up in that time. No, she grew up in that time when she couldn't vote.
Right. But she was a Democrat.
No, they was Republicans.
Republicans back then.
Yeah, I just want you to know they was Republicans.
No, I'm just asking.
What I'm saying, so my grandmother died, I stopped voting. Because I don't believe in either party. I believe the agenda is the same. It's just when it's going to be presented to you from what party. Because if you really try to help me, why do I got to have a Democrat and a Republican? Why can't I just have two people that's running for office? You know what I'm saying? So that means if I'm Democrat, I can't even, no matter if you Republican, no matter if you say something that's good, I love it, I gotta realize. And if I say, I like what he said, you a coon, you a sellout, you ride with the Republicans, you know? I think mayors, trustees, maybe even up to governors, you know what I'm saying, can do something for us. But when it comes to the presidency, I don't believe in it. I believe it's a puppet that he's sitting up there, he doing that. Wait, whether you got elected or I got elected, that same agenda gonna be pushed. It's just gonna be pushed in a different narrative. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta do for ourselves, man. When we do for ourselves and help ourselves, it don't matter. When you got that bread, keep it real. I'm just keep it real. Most people, rich people don't even want to vote. They don't care about nothing but the taxes. That's the only thing they voting for. Poor people voting for who? Help.
Hail Mary.
Like you want to vote for the like public aid. Shit. I like food stamps. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's what Democrats do to us.
They cripple you with it. They cripple you with that stuff.
Prejudice because they say, no, we cutting all that shit off. Go get out there and make it happen. Well, Democrats be like, no, let's do this. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. We're going to give. Republicans be like, go make. Go make it happen. Like I said, I'm not Republican.
But it's the thing behind that giving. They ain't giving for the purpose of you advancing. They giving from a purpose of keeping you in their pocket.
In prison.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're not giving for you for advancement. And one thing that he said, I did like.
Let me say something, man. I know this is our 50th episode, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a celebration. I don't want y'all mood to get down because what we talking about. But this is what I'm saying, right? I know we talking about if this was your, just your daughter, your child, whatever. But we don't talk about the people who are doing the right thing. We always talk about the wrong shit. The niggas doing the wrong shit. Let's talk about the people who doing the right shit. People who in that right, who got motion, who doing the right shit. who collaborating at the top. You know what I'm saying? We don't push. See, that's what's wrong with us as black people. We always talk about what them guys doing. They shooting people over there. Or they carjacking over there. Or they over there prostitution over there. So let's talk about what they doing over there. You know what I'm saying? Fortune 500 black companies. Let's talk about what they doing over there, collaborating, you know what I'm saying, and building something. We don't talk about that, man. And that's what's wrong with us black folks. We always talk about the pity party. Fuck the pity party. Let's talk about the congratulation party. Let's talk about the moving forward party. No pun intended. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make it. Like all that treacherous down. Yeah, I feel sorry for the victims. I'm keeping it 100. I feel sorry for all of them. But right now, we got motion.
Right.
Let's move forward. Let's congratulate all the people who doing the good shit. Like 50 episodes TOTB show. Let's congratulate that. Like real shit. Let's congratulate Survival Pack Foundation for throwing events that's gonna get bigger. You know what I'm saying? Web Mobile Detail. Let's celebrate that. Black-owned fucking companies.
Shout out to all the half-offs in the car wash.
Let's just to the street. Let's shout out that shit.
Let's shout out. Hold on. But you all into another segment though.
Hold on. The great fathers. You know what I'm saying? Listen, great fathers are a blessing. Remember that, women. We are a blessing. Great fathers, not deadbeats. Not loose fathers. Not weekend fathers. Real fathers. We are a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to get our mood up because this is a celebration. And I understand what we're talking about.
We're digging that
You know what I'm saying? I understand what we're talking about. We ain't let our man Rez talk yet, Joe.
Right.
Open up the door.
Let Rez dig in the bag real quick.
What are we talking about? Go ahead, man. Shout out Vanetta over there in the side.
Right.
In the
Shout
cut.
out, right.
You know?
Well, yeah, so there's so much that was said here, man. And like I said, it's been an honor for me personally, you know, and they already know it, but I want to thank you brothers for letting me learn from hosting this show over the last 4 years. You know, I learned so much
That's what's up.
from all of you guys. You only made me better in a lot of ways.
Right.
The chain, niggas.
You got a radio show out of it, Dr. Love.
Nightcap, baby. He's truly different.
Nightcap. I got mixed up.
Yeah.
Nightcap.
Shut up.
So I want to say before we definitely about to switch gears, before I say that, I echo a lot that was said here by these brothers and by people in the audience and everything like that. You know, very important for me as a 39-year-old man that's alive in Chicago to see my son graduate high school, to see my sons still be alive. For me, when you say, what if it was mine? I can't imagine nothing happened to them. So my mindset, anytime I hear anybody's killed, I'm viewing it as they was mine, you know? So only thing I would like for us to do, our people, is to hold that same mentality when we see these deaths, when we hear them on the news, you know, give a little bit more heart about what if it was yours and go harder if it was yours. Because I know I would go hard if it was something like that for me. What you got, Graham?
Shout out to the plug. It's that time.
Time.
Shout out to the plug. Hey, we want to shout out Terrence McClurge, a.k.a. T-Mac.
Message to the street.
Message to the street. We talk about where it started at, and one of the things, Keys, I was talking about is charity giving back. You know, you can find them at McClurgeMedia.com. You know, and you all in Copper's book, Message to the Streets, man. Somebody back out here giving back and start with us doing something productive for our people. We also want to shout out George Jody Beatty. George Jody Beatty, STV, hashtag STV1, somebody who boots on the ground, who I've done a lot of work with out on the west side of Chicago.
Shout out, Jody.
Shout out, Jody. Man, also I want to shout out Charles DeCure, a.k.a. Dre, my buddy Dre, man, and the Metropolitan Peace Initiative movement. You know, they working to build a peaceful and more harmonious Chicago. Again, working to build a more peaceful and harmonious Chicago. Shout out to Dre, man. Blessings to y'all, what y'all doing out here in the city trying to get things working. I want to shout out Nourishing Waters and Pastor D, also known as Holy Grind and the Grind Squad.
Shout out.
All us working to give back, man, give back to our community as much as we can, doing outreach, reaching out, giving resources, praying for the people, helping the people, assisting the people, man. I thank God for them. Also, I want to shout out, man, Jeff Sims and the TOTB crew. You know what I'm saying? Everybody up here, part of the Survival Pack.
You know it, Survival Pack Foundation.
Part of Survival Pack Foundation.
TOTB,
reaching out early to your youth, you know what I'm saying, providing resources and presenting positive outs to spend their energy on. You know, like I say, he went off into my segment early talking about we don't salute that or celebrate those doing good. We always shout out the plug here. And that's everybody that's doing something productive in our community to help bring a smile to the face of our people when there's so much detriment going on to our livelihood. Man, shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
Alrighty, well, yeah, it's about time to get
viral.
So one of the main reasons, of course, other than lovely Day One followers and everybody that's tuned in, we do a segment called What's in That Bag, and it's mainly because of everybody that's tuned in all over the world, wherever you're from, whether you see us on TikTok or Facebook or IG, any of that stuff, you find ways to send us these letters about what's going on in your life. And for the most part, I feel like we give some sound advice. I really do. You know, you guys, trust us to come, give you the real, so we do that. On this episode of the 50th, this one is, once again, something that I can tell needs some advice. It's good that we got smart people here, smart audience. And then there's him. But I'm going to read the letter. If there's something in that bag, you want to give some advice to this person, please feel free to do so. All right, audience members, you know what a mic is. We're going to get to our guests and the thinkers. Continue to chime into the chat what you think about this. Because now, it's time to get in that bag. Y'all ready?
Let's go. Ready.
Whew. All right, let's get to it. TOTB, what's up, guys? Congratulations on 50 live episodes. That is truly a great milestone. Appreciate you for that. I am sending on behalf of my brother because he's too shy to ask about the situation, but he also follows your show. Follows the show, he definitely gonna know that. This is what's going on. I have two brothers. One is older than me, the other is younger than me, and they are super close. Although I am the only girl, we all grew up as best friends. The younger brother started dating this girl about a year ago, and he fell in love with her, so much so that he wants to propose to her. Bought her a ring and everything. He told me and my older brother he wanted us to finally meet this girl so they can give the final approval of her because we're so close. When I met her, she seemed very cool, funny, and I could tell she was the perfect wife for my baby brother. But when my older brother saw her, he pulled me to the side and said, "Sis, remember Shorty that I used to smash back in the day? That's her." I couldn't believe what I was hearing, because my older brother definitely told me about a year and a half ago he used to smash this girl every day, and he started having feelings for her, but he lost contact with her. Now, what do we do with our little brother? So we told him, he got mad and he broke it off with his girlfriend. Now we're trying to see what's the next moves. My older brother said he loves our little brother. Even though he had feelings for the girl, he will step out the way. The girl is saying, yes, she did mess with the older brother, but they lost contact and now she is in love with the little brother. And as the sister, I'm asking you guys on the panel, what would you do if you were the little brother? Would you stay with her, or would you do like he did and leave her alone? All right, so gonna make this quick. Situation is, young lady is writing on behalf of her brother, right? She has an older brother and a younger brother. The younger brother fell in love with this girl, ready to propose to her and marry her and spend the rest of his life with this girl. But he found out that his older brother used to sleep with this girl frequently, little before he met her. Now he's wondering what he should do. He actually loved her, but the girl is saying that she fell in love with him, and now they're trying to figure out, did he do the right thing, or should he just, the past was the past, move forward, you bought the ring, continue to get married. All right, so everybody that's out there, continue with those chats, man, to our lovely audience. Go up there and say what you want to say.
Let it go.
And of course, we're going to start with our guest, bro. So what you think?
In my opinion, I would have to look at her a certain type of way because if she's dating, it's just like right now if I'm dating somebody and time you hear their last name, right? The last name should make you like, damn. They got the same last name, you know what I'm saying? Like, something had to come up in her mind. Well, I believe she knew.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I believe she knew. And the fact that she knew, she for the streets. You know what I mean? And even though he loved her, everybody can say love, 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 but it's always gonna be a strain on that relationship because he could never trust her in the room
With the brother.
Yeah. He could never trust her, like, go over here and get the grocery, nothing that normal people would do. It would always be some type of,
Yeah.
you know, you run out, what y'all here talking about? Like, nigga, we just talking about the weather. Like,
Right.
so it's always, in my opinion, gonna put a type of strain on the relationship. So I think you just let it go.
So you believe he did the right thing?
I believe he did the right thing.
Okay. Scholar.
I think he should let it go, but I do think he should continue to take her to the slaughterhouse until something else open up. He should call off the marriage, right? But he should continue to have whatever relationship that he wants to. He just should move forward until something open up. But I don't think he should just throw away because they got this complex. He just shouldn't marry her. That's it.
All right. Moolah, what you got?
What you gonna say?
I think she should, hey, it's a party, man.
So you agree, right?
Toxic.
I think it's a party, man. I don't think something. Listen, I'm keeping it 100. I'm sorry, women, but women been passed around since the day of time.
Fact.
And if your brother hit it, that means she like your
Both
jeans.
of y'all. Right.
She like your jeans.
Right.
Okay, I just watched a documentary today about some lady, some man, you know, his wife died, and then he ended up messing with her sister.
That was on
Somebody
Lifetime.
seen it. I heard somebody seen it. But listen, that's real. Like, he wanted to keep it in the family. She wanted to keep it in the family. And my white folks, black folks, they folks.
He don't have to marry her.
Hey,
right?
Will, they folks.
He still gonna
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Shit.
I'm just saying, I don't think it should be no problem. Hey, I'm a keeper.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give it to the streets.
I'm not gonna marry her, but
Hey,
she
if my brother hit her, Joe, it's cool.
Right, just don't
I know
be-
he ain't trying to get her back.
and don't let him stay there no more. Tell your brother don't be.
That's my brother.
Your brother never had that closure.
That's mine.
He immediately said, and when you said, you gotta look at this, he loved her, or he had mad feelings for her, and they lost contact. Right, so what kind of chick is this anyway? She be EE already, you know what I'm saying? So, she be all
Niggas been with chicks who been goddamn it slutting all day and night, and now they don't want to mess with somebody who they brother hit. Come on, man.
See, look,
I can't go like
but
that.
look,
Me, I can't go like that.
I always said this.
He can't stop loving her.
If somebody was a hoe, right, and I just believe in myself, I believe she was a hoe because she never met me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what I believe in. She never got the knowledge
Okay.
and the tutelage she needed.
I
She ain't know no
talk
better.
that shit,
So
man.
like,
I don't take that fast.
I really don't care about nobody's history.
Okay, now you talking here.
I really don't.
Okay.
But my brother, that's the only asterisk I have to put on it. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question then.
I got one
How
too.
you, hold on. How you ever hit somebody that your brother hit?
Would you
I'm
want
asking
to?
What kind of brother though?
Your
blood brother or
one of your guys.
one of my guys that's like my brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's no thing if it's your brother or it's your guy.
You just not marrying her. That's all.
Right. I'm not gonna marry her.
Yeah,
We ain't
no.
saying.
I still clap.
That's what we
Yeah.
talking
Now move
about.
on to the next caller. Grant,
Yeah.
what you want to say about this? Real quick. Yeah. We want to wrap this up real quick. Now that we all in agreement around here, right?
Hey, we know niggas genius.
He is not finna turn the love off. He just ain't gonna be spending no money.
I'm here as long as possible.
Yeah, that's it.
Niggas ain't turning nothing down but they collar.
Now bring us.
What you got, Grind?
What you got, Grant? Bring us on in.
I think the young man is very wise and mature. Leave her alone, man. Leave her alone, man.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it's too much there. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't married. You know what I'm saying? You already know. You know for a fact that your brother had a relationship with her, man. Move on, man. Find you somebody else. It wasn't meant for you.
He can't even be the best man at this point.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly. You can't. I mean, move on. Move on. Let it go. Enjoy your life. Somebody else out there. Just like your brother got to find somebody else. He lost contact with her. He was in love with her. But he got to find somebody else. You can find somebody else too. I ain't going to say she for the streets. I ain't going to say she no hoe. I ain't going to say she none of that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with my man. I ain't worried about her past, but that's your present you got to deal with if that's your brother. That ain't her past. That's still present. Because your brother going to always be present in your life. Let it go.
Why we can't have fun no more? No, I just want to, like, I'm not finna marry her. Like, why we can't have fun no more?
You can do what you want to do.
But I'm
Fun.
saying,
Your fun ain't everybody else's fun, though.
If my brother hit her, why I can't hit her?
Well, I mean, that's
Well, you been
that's
there.
what you consider fun.
You already been.
That's what that way you got the right to consider that fun. That's what you want. If you will listen, if you want to hit what your brother hit,
He already
you
had.
got the right to consider that fun. But that ain't for everybody, and that ain't everybody
he
cup of
already
tea.
had.
So I'm not interested.
Everybody didn't hit what somebody else hit.
I ain't saying no everybody. I'm talking about your brother, my blood brother.
Ain't no fun. Homies can't have.
What you got, sweetheart?
I want to say something.
Respect the mic.
So if I'm in if I'm just smashing, as you say,
Talk.
somebody, we ain't in no relationship.
You
So
go.
we're just smashing.
There you go.
So if he was that important when she moved or wherever she went to that you lost contact, you should have known where she was if you were that important. You wasn't. So then she found and met your brother because you lost contact with a year and a half ago. She'd been dating the brother a year and a half ago. The important person showed up. It wasn't you. So now they need to have a round table, fiance, brother, and have a conversation. The older brother is still hooked on whatever she gave him because she put it on him. That's why he's still a little, And so then the younger brother, like, you breaking up with because you found out your brother smashed. But if you was dating somebody, if I was dating somebody for a year, my family would have met them within the first 6 months. If you was somebody that was important to me, I wouldn't be hiding you. And then I'm like, oh, what you think about me marrying? Mary? Who are you married? I'm gonna give an example. My sister. Been dating this person for 3 years, got married this past June. None of us went, never met him. I'm like, who are you marrying? Oh, his name is, never met him, still haven't met him. They're married, all this stuff, never seen him. He could be a rapist, anybody. Don't know anything about him or his family. And my thing is, if this was somebody that was important to you and we are also important to you, then I should know who you are dating. My kids date 37 to 29. I know everybody they in a relationship with, even if they're just smashing. Because guess what?
I got a question for you.
Yes.
I'm trying
Why
to
you
figure out
letting
the
people
answer.
meet your parents in 6 months?
You said what now?
Why you letting people meet your parents in 6 months?
If this is somebody that I'm serious with and we've been serious and talking about the next step, absolutely I'm gonna let you meet my father and I'm gonna let you meet my mother. And I might run you by my brothers and let them, get you, see if you're all right.
That's too
But
much.
no, it's not. Because then I'm with you 3 or 4 years. 3 years past by, oh yeah, by the way, this Bob. Where Bob come from? Oh, we've been living together. We've been doing. How would your family not know those things? If this is somebody that's important, they're gonna know. They're not gonna meet my children, but if they were small, I have adults now. But if my kids were small, meaning that I was smashing, not meeting no kids. You gonna come when they go to sleep, and you gonna be out before they wake up.
We a year and a half type men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. We got.
I don't know what that is, but okay. Okay. You have people that get married after 3 months. Well, let me tell you, the men I have dated and been in relationships with and engaged you met my parents at 6 months. And we were together for years. It's never 2-3 years. We talking about 13 years, 15 years. You were there. So yes, naturally you should meet my parents because I want to know. My grandmother was one of the ones. You walking down, she be like, nope. I don't like his energy. No, right. But you know, I bring it, slide you on through, take them out. You know what you think? No, I bring them out. I invite them to different things, and if they get a good vibe, then I'll bring you over to meet my parents. But my grandmother be the first one to be like, no, okay, you gotta go.
I got a good question for you. You got a good friend?
You right there.
Right there. Would you sleep with her?
Heck no. There is a thing
wait,
called boundaries.
You said heck no.
Heck no. Definitely
Even
not.
though if they're not together no more?
No. There's still a line you do not cross. That Tasha is like my sister.
So,
never would I ever.
So exactly.
Never would I ever. But the brother didn't know. So that's
hold
totally
on
different.
for a minute.
I know her people.
Let me hold on. You just said, heck no, that's like my sister. I would not sleep with her ex.
Nobody
but it's okay. But it's okay for the other way for the man.
No. But the thing is, they never knew. I know.
It don't matter once you find out.
I know everybody.
Once you find out.
Once you find out, and this is the thing, that was a smash. That wasn't in a relationship. They were in a section. It is totally different.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Exactly. Hold on. You never know what it is. All you know is what's said to you. The bottom line to get away from all that is to leave it alone. Now, according to the word of God, to sleep with anybody, your brother's wife is an unclean thing.
If you sleep with anybody, it's in the Bible.
To sleep with your brother's wife is an unclean thing. They tell you not to do that. But everybody don't want to live by that. That's cool. But I'm just saying, just from a physical perspective, I won't want to sleep with nobody that my brother been with. I just won't want to do it. So, and it goes back to what you say about how you feel, how that's my friend. I don't want to be with nobody that she been with. Because that's how close we is. Once I find out, if I don't know, if I found out, man, bro, I was with her, especially we ain't married. Bro, that's an old girl that I used to talk about all the time. It's over with. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over with. I don't want no parts of that. It's a wrap. It's over with.
Okay. But we'll smash on a late night.
You know what? I'm over you.
Hey, but see,
that only worked in the movie. Like, y'all saw The Best Man?
Yeah.
And remember on The Best Man with Tay Diggs and Smash More?
Oh, that stuff's crazy.
He still married her. But like I said, that was the movie.
Movies.
You understand? Because half of that was true because guess what? In his mind, it's never can delete it. You can never delete him, picture him smashing, pinning her to a wall, and just
I got a question for you.
Girl all the time.
I got a question for you. As if that's your girl and you heard that your man hit it, right?
What time is it?
You heard that he hit it. Is you still keeping her as your woman? She never told you, but you heard afterwards while you still kicking her.
But she knew though.
Yeah.
If she knew and didn't tell me, that's totally different. I can't trust her. You know what I'm saying? But had she told me, like, I've liked somebody who I knew, you know what I'm saying, that one of my people had hit before, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But I knew it. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like I didn't know about it or whatever. But if a female fucking me and she know for a fact, like that's my man, she knew it. Yeah. And she knew she smashed my man. And she never told me I had to find out somewhere else. Yeah. No, I can't deal with her. But had she said, hey, look, in the beginning, I'm gonna let you know right up front, me and your boy used to mess around. He hit before.
But you know what?
And she giving me the option at that point. I'm making the choice on whether I want to continue it. You know what I'm saying?
Would you throw her away if you was in a relationship with her for a while?
If she didn't tell me, yes. It don't matter.
No, I'm just talking about if you was with her for some years. And
if I was with her forever,
Now what I'm saying is
she never said nothing. My man.
She kept that away from me. Right. I can't trust her.
Indeed.
No, I know you can't trust her, but you can't turn off your feelings.
On the real,
your feelings.
You can't. No, but you just said men could do that.
Let me just say. Let me make the statement. You love her, right? At the time, you loved her at the time.
It don't matter.
Let me just take the case. You love her at the time. And she said something to you that fuck with your ego. Yeah, you know, when me and you had a fallout, you know, me and such, we went to Disney World, right? And hold on, depending on wherever the fallout was, right? That's what I'm trying to say. You love her, and you familiar that y'all had a fallout.
Hey man, in the words of Tina Turner,
and then you'll cut out. So what I'm saying, you'll get rid of over sex. Then.
Well, that ain't sex. That's really show.
If I walk in the house and I see my wife getting nailed to the cross, and I'm not gonna say, hey, dude,
I love you.
Get up out here and leave, baby. You go take a shower because I love you. That don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Love. You gotta love yourself first. That's lust. Like whenever you love somebody more than yourself, like that's really toxic. You know what I'm saying? So now you asking me to love something that's toxic.
No, I'm just curious.
Guess what?
Right.
I have to love myself to know this situation is toxic. And no matter what, if I continue to leech on to something toxic, I'm asking for something bad. So I might as well cut my ties right now. So I love you.
So have you loved someone
and had to let them go? Everybody in this room has loved somebody
they let go.
Had to let them go. Yeah. Everybody, because everybody in this room is 35 plus. So everybody's loved somebody and had to tell them, "Hey, I can't do this. I love you, but I love myself more."
And Turbo, you trying to equate things. You trying to equate things to an immature mind state. When we was immature, we did a lot of things immature.
Like another love.
You did a lot of things. You might, in your immaturity, you might have messed with somebody else that you knew was messing with one of your guys, but you really want no guy to them. You know what I'm saying? And I can admit I've been in that situation before. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when you when you begin to mature. It's certain people you know that's off limits. It ain't even got to be your brother. That's my man's. I would never touch her because you been with my man's.
But what I be saying is, if we do the history on...
We don't care about the history.
No. We got to. If we want to say, oh, my man messed with her, I can't have her no more.
I didn't say that.
No, what I'm saying is, that's what we talking about up here now.
We talking about your brother.
Okay,
that's your blood brother. That's the difference,
your
man.
Your man's is your brother.
Your brother. No, we talking about your blood brother, man.
Your man's is your brother.
We talking about your blood brother, man.
Listen, your man's is your brother.
I'm telling you, your blood brother, your blood brother, and your friend is different, man.
Listen, it's some of my mans that's closer than my brothers.
I understand that.
Okay, so listen, if we all tripping on, if my brother hit her, it's a problem. But we do a history. She didn't hit hypes, crackheads, dopeheads. What I'm saying is,
producers.
No, she didn't hit other things. And you talking about, she hit my brother, so I'm gonna leave her alone.
I just told you when you mature, I hope you're not too intoxicated to understand what I'm saying. I just said when you mature, it's certain people that's offline and you don't even have to be blood brothers. It could be my man's. And I wouldn't even accept that. But definitely not my brother. Look, I just said that. It could be my man's. And I would stay, I wouldn't deal with it.
He's going to technicality right here. I'm going to ask you. He's going to technicality that everybody. I don't know if women do it, but a man do. Your baby mama, right? Let's bring her up. Okay. You hate her, allegedly. You never want to get back with her. But would you let your man, if your man was hitting it, would you be okay with it? Or you would beef with him? You would beef with that nigga.
You sure will?
That ain't true. That ain't true.
Man, please.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
My man's.
That ain't true.
Because emotionally.
That ain't true.
Would you be okay with it?
No, because
would you be okay with it?
Because emotionally.
My man's no.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
So I want my baby mama to move on.
Yeah.
But not with your man.
You wanted to be happy.
Not with my man.
Not with my inner circle.
I ain't got something.
What you just said? You know, she hitting somebody. Remember what he just said?
All right.
She hitting somebody.
Let me get ahead, man.
Have fun. Get away from me.
So,
Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
all right. A lot was said here. Obviously, we're joking around, you know.
Dang.
I'll just end with this. Young lady said that they're close. She's close with her brothers. He confided in his sister and his brother about meeting this girl. He already bought a ring. He fell in love with this girl. Of course, finding that out was devastating. You know, we're all human. You're entitled to your emotions and your feelings. So, of course, I would say that he should have took his time to separate himself from that woman, right? But oftentimes when we make these decisions off of our emotions, that's not the smartest thing to do. We react off emotion, not logic. The logic is that was a year and a half ago before him and this girl was together. The truth is that she's not sleeping with both of y'all at the same time. The truth is that it did happen. And that part of the truth is hard for us men sometimes to forgive and forget. Even though you fell in love with this woman, even though you bought a ring. So I would say definitely take the time to separate yourself from the young lady, if the little brother, but don't always make decisions off of your emotions. Go to counsel, go to your pastor, go to God, you know, go to therapy. You know, tell her, look, if I take you back or whatever, I need to go see somebody so I know emotionally I can handle this in the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Do all that stuff first and then see where you at. Don't just make a decision off your emotions because they've been together, because of course that's hard, but take the steps to figure out what you want to do and if it's a smart thing to do.
That's like having a car with water damage and you go fix it. You know you're going to have some problems sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? You can try to fix it all you want to, man, but you're going to have some problems sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? I get what you said, man. I don't even want to fix that because you cannot fix it, man. No matter what. You could, if it's a hole in the dam, you can put your finger in it for a minute, but them cracks are gonna keep going. It's like you're gonna have a piece of paper, you can ball it up, and no matter how much you straighten it up, it's still gonna have wrinkles in it. You can break a plate, you can glue it, but you're gonna still see them cracks, man. And that's gonna be when you in one of them heavyweight arguments, that's gonna be the topic when you losing. That's gonna get brought up. The same. It's never, that'll never, no matter how much therapy you get, no matter how much the preacher pray for you, that is never gonna get washed from the memory banks, man. I'm sorry, it's not, man. No matter what, you gotta deal with it when your auntie, hey, that's the girl that Mark used to have sex with, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hear that. It'll never, and especially if you an alpha type male, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's your big brother. Like you already, I got a big brother, so when you got a big brother. You can't always compete with your big brother, man. And you can't let him win that one. You cannot let him win. Hey, nigga, I used to hit your wife. You can never get that to your big brother, man. You can never give it to him, man. That's, hey, baby, I love you. But guess what? Just like I loved you, I can love somebody else, man. You gotta let that one go.
Well, we hope that some of the stuff was here said that helped you. I mean, everybody has opinions on things, but hopefully you took something from something that somebody said and it applied to your situation. Write us back, let us know what happened. We would love to hear an update. All right, look, man, we better get up out of here. 50 episodes, we definitely gonna kick it after this, but one more time, give a shout out to the guests, man.
I love it, man. Hey, man, I got so much respect for you guys. Like I said, I had so much respect for you guys before I even came on the show. I listened to you guys.
You've been represented.
You guys are very well spoken. You're very articulate. You the thoughts that you guys say are not as outlandish as this dude, but he dude. Hey, I be listening. I be like, oh, this dude. Cause he just out of nowhere, and I love it though. Right. So it's the balance that I love. Like this guy, you know, everybody they have the balance in it. So like I said, man, I was gonna come before.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
That's
and
right.
I'm here, man. And like I said, man, I have so much respect for you guys. I'm gonna post this up as much as I can. I want all my people to see it, not for me, but for you guys. And hey, we at 50, man. Hopefully I'll be back at 75 or 100.
5 more, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. We about to get up out of here, man. Look, we're just getting started, man. So everybody that's tuned in, first 50 was on us. Next 50, we want to bring you and your people and your people's people with us. All right?
It's 50.
Where we at, baby?
We're going to kick it out here, but look, we'll see y'all next episode, man. You know the vibes. With that, we are
Thinking outside the box.
See y'all next time.